So we've gotten our first ace in the Ki-61 otsu. Of course, we got a battle trophy here, which we're not going to use because it's not, you can't use backups in realistic, not for air RB. So we got our 5 kills. We didn't win the mission though. Um, I knew I had it in me to get this plane into an ace in a day situation, and sure enough, I did. So we got 5 air targets. Um, excuse me, I have heartburn. Sorry. Um, 5 air target kills or 5 air kills. No ground kills. We landed twice. We took off 3 times. Uh, battle activity is 96%. Um, as you can see, we got Terror of the Sky, we got Survivor, we got Professional times 5. Um, we got a triple strike on vehicles. Wow, that I did not realize. But I do know that I was trying to stop one guy from making a run. He got 3 kills and he might have gotten a triple kill as well. Wonder if it'll show it in the logs. Uh, we'll find out in a minute. But anyways, so we're running premium time. Um, there is a talisman on this vehicle. It was gifted to me by Gaijin, so that is the reason why the RP is so high. Plus, it was a 26-minute match. Um, so 14,319 RP, 54,000 plus Silver Lions. What else? Highest raw score. This guy, I never did, I never saw him again, so I don't know if he was actively trying to avoid or was he trying to find me, and I never saw him again. You would have thought that he would have pounced on me when I came close to that TBD at the end, and I had to land because his turret damaged me. I mean, that put me in kind of sort of a bad situation, but I was willing to take it. Um, and there you go. He damaged me. I thought I'd lost a tail, but uh, you know what? I'll take that damage over a fire. And I was so worried that I was going to catch on fire, but I damaged him as well. And I do believe I might have wrecked either his tail or his engine. I saw him go off, and I saw him getting lower and lower, and I'm like, well, maybe he'll be my 5th kill, and sure enough, he was. So let's see here. Yeah, I never did see this guy, and I was wondering how that was going to turn out. He's level 100, and he was I believe he was in a hurricane. Yeah, he was. Uh, my in-game squad mate was crying because no one covered him, but he went off on his own. I saw him when he cried out, but I was way too far away to go get him, to go help him. So he did stick around and watch the rest, the match as it folded. He was there until the end. Um, let me see here. This is level 14. Um, so this guy was making a run on everyone. He was just booming down. He got 3 kills in a row, and I'm like, whoa. I was like, I stated it in chat. I was like, dude, he's killing everyone. So I gravitated toward him. So first I killed the Spit, who was backing him up. Poor guy barely got on the scoreboard. Then I killed his teammate. Well, I killed him. I killed the MiG, and then I killed him. So I did make a run on him and damage him. I do believe he succumbed to that damage there. Uh, then I went for the IL-2. I knew he wouldn't have a turret, so I lingered around behind him and killed him. And then this guy, he kept he was playing a little bit too aggressive and ended up getting reaped. You know, he wouldn't break off. He started heading toward our base. He was fixated on a teammate, and I do believe he got that kill on that teammate. Anyways, he head on him, um, and they both ended up canceling each other out. My teammate couldn't quite make it back to base, and he crashed right at the edge, I guess, of base range. Um, I'm not even sure if he was within range. Evidently not. It's either that or he was in range, but he took too much damage when he crash landed. Um, but yeah, wasn't a bad game. It was a little bit slow toward the end because I was being ultra cautious. Um, and then at the end, this guy decided to not face me or look for me, and he just went for the ground targets. We were losing by tickets anyways. Uh, so, I mean, I didn't care because I got my ace and I knew that we were losing anyways. Um, it's one of those conditions where I really couldn't turn around. I could have done what he did, but they had enough tickets to where I would have killed all three groupings of the ground wheeled vehicles, and I still wouldn't have won the match. You know, so at that point, I really didn't care. I was more focused on the ace at that point. I knew it was a lost cause when I started looking at how many players were left. Um, you would have thought that, okay, well, we're Axis. This is the first time in a while. I think this is the second game this week where I saw that it was a proper matchmaking. Uh, Axis versus Ally. That's the way it should be. But I guess it didn't matter at this point because we still lost a match. You know, um, just because you have a proper matchmaking doesn't mean that people are going to play to their plane's strengths. You know, we should have been climbing up. Um, I saw a bunch of guys climbing up, but they boomed down. We all boomed down. I did it as well, but at least I was taking a look at, you know, what was above me. I was always looking up, um, not trying to stay down low. You know, you go down and you reap a bunch of people, and then after that, you climb up, you separate, you try and not be where the enemy saw you right before you killed his teammate. You know, so you try and vanish, and that's what I was doing, um, and that's probably why I did well enough. But that's always the case. I'm always climbing. I'm always kind of try to play chess versus checkers. You know, so. But we'll play this game again. Let me get my my screenshots that I always grab. I didn't check this guy's. I think I did. I remember after I check. Okay, so now we're ready. So now we'll play the match. Replay it. Again, this is a good plane. It actually climbs very well. It dives well. The only thing it doesn't do well is take damage. Guns aren't really great either, but you get a lot of ammo to kind of balance the fact that the guns suck. Got 450 cals. I will keep that open. We don't need to. Watch this guy. So he just got his second kill, and there's his third. And so now I boom down because I'm like, you know what, we need to stop that guy. And look at our team already. That's just from him alone. So I see their dots. I'm diving down on them, and I actually type in chat, the dude is killing everyone. Teammate dives down. I'm not sure what happens to him. So my plan was to run on that MiG-3. Then I saw how close the Spit was and that I would fly into his line of fire, so I picked the Spitfire to go for. Couldn't start a fire, but he is damaged really. He's damaged badly. So now it's the MiG-3. I'm not sure. It's like he didn't know I was there. Damaged him really bad. Teammate was gonna go for him. Okay, that kind of sucks. Wasn't on fire though, so I guess. But he's going for this guy, and I'm like, really? But then he pulls up, and he must have got reaped by the IL-2. Looked like he's trying to force a head on. There you go. BF-109 tried to strafe my my guy on the ground there. Luckily, Gaijin gave me credit for the kill. F4 is coming to deal with this guy. I'm kind of wary here because I don't know what version he has. I don't know if he has a tail gunner. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, does he have bombs? Is he gonna try and meme me? So I must have wrecked something to damage his elevator or something. So that's 3 for me, and that was a triple strike. That IL-2. So now I'm trying to determine, okay, well, which plane's next? Did my squad mate die already? Yeah, he did. Okay, let's switch a different view here. So I'm trying to climb because I know that I'm going to merge with this guy. I'm not so concerned with the P-40. I'm concerned about him, and we're over the other Hurricane, but he's a little bit close, and so I'm just climbing, trying to position myself. BF-109, and for some reason he's not climbing. You know, I said altitude is life. Fortunately, there's one above us, but he must have been AFK climbing because he is not on the scoreboard yet. And we're the only 3 fighters left. I think there might be a bomber left. Let's look and see here. Oh wow, I didn't know it was that bad. Yep. And 1 bomber. And enemy and a friendly canceled each other out. I would dive on the P-40, but the Hurricane is there. I would end up diving between them, and I figure, okay, well, I got a lot of speed, so I can do it. changed my mind for a second there. And by the time I want to engage, opportunity has been lost. Hurricane is breaking off. I don't know if it's because he has damage or what, but he comes, he turns back around. Looks like he's turning around now, and that kind of ruined things for me a little bit, because I'm like, I want to get him out of the way. And now he's turning around. And so dude turns under me. I can't get the guns on him, but I have a better chance this time. Did touch him a bit. I'm running away. Running away from him. He's slow. And so now I can I've got some speed, and I can climb while I'm trying to lure him in. So I'm trying to get a little bit slow here. I'm going up, trying to suck him in, but I need to be wary of this guy. I need to watch him. We're still pulling away from him. So now teammate must have told him something, because he backs off. So I was like, okay. I've wasted a lot of ammo, and so I decided to go back to base. And so they start asking about the bomber. The dude was talking in chat. I think his teammate was talking in team chat, and he was set to all. So it told me everything I needed to know, that they were either going to come back over here, or they were curious as to the base. So as to the status of the base, and now we know that there's a bomber over there somewhere. I've lost track of, there he is there. I couldn't see him in game, but I figure, okay, well, this guy can see me, but when I go into the clouds, he won't be able to see me. So this is when I plan any, and there you go, the markers disappear. So currently I can't see him, but I know he's down there somewhere, and so I figure I'll look for him as I'm diving and correct on the fly. I think he's somewhere, there he is, right there. So I'm letting him go under me. I'm gonna dive on him. There's the other guy. He's not gonna get here in time. Either that, or he's heading back. So I didn't know that my teammate was gonna accept the head-on. Damn, my teammate was he went low. Yeah, he's very damaged. He's not making it back. Those planes do not like taking engine damage. And there you go. That's fourth kill. I'm trying to tell my teammate, there he is. Let's see. He's not gonna make it. I start chatting in chat, telling my teammate that I think someone is above us. The hurricane. I didn't realize he'd crashed until I looked at the scoreboard. But I do realize I need to land, so I was on the fence on if I should just use what ammo I had. I still had 13 minutes of fuel, but I figured no one was there, and the ground units would let me know if someone is above us or above me. I also started using orders, because I don't want the guy to start, using blind hunts and Avengers to try and pigeonhole me into one portion of the map, or you lose control when people start using those orders. But again, I never saw him. He knew I was over here when I killed the P-40. He should have thought that maybe I was landing or getting a repair or something, right? And so I'm climbing here, climbing over the base in case he's waiting in the clouds. Then once I get into the clouds, I start looking. Whoops, press the wrong one. I start looking for dots in the clouds. And occasionally you can hear other planes. So I'm listening, I'm watching, not just there, but everywhere. So I was actually quite anxious. And then I activated another order. The other guy is to the left. I'm trying to see if I can find him here. There he is right there. So I don't see him yet in game. I will see him soon though. I might have already seen him, because I level off looking for dots, and then I see him. I'm hoping that he's the guy in the fighter. And while we're here, we'll look. In fact, we don't even have to do that. He's not showing. I think this is where I see him. I'll turn in a second. To the left. Yep. So there we go. And he's lower than us too. And I figure, okay, well, if I take a lot of damage, I'd be close to the base. The Hurricane could have used his teammate as bait. I don't know where he was. And the game is probably not going to tell me unless I look at the server replay. So now I got a pretty good head of steam on me. I still don't know what type of plane he is. And I'm hoping he doesn't see me, because this is when I realize he's in a turret. He had in a turreted plane, and sure enough, he starts shooting. So my tail is wrecked. still have some control. And I debated on going back and finishing the job, but then I see a puff of smoke. He's taking damage from the AAA. I'm still worried about his teammate, and so I pull off. I figure, okay, this might be a time to kind of land, so I wait a little bit because I'm waiting to see if his teammate shows. Still on the fence of going and getting him, but I see how low he is, and I know he took some damage from me, and he's smoking, so I'm like, he's not gonna make it back. And look at the angle that he's going down. And he's trying to land now. I don't know if he's trying to hold off from giving me credit. Okay, there he goes. Yeah, so he died. That's 5th kill there. Yeah, I'm pretty wrecked. Yeah, he's not gonna show. He's gonna show over here. There's a red dot in game. Doesn't show in the replay. Oh, there he is. I didn't see him in game. And the game ended. So yeah, that was a good game. I've been having 3 and 4 kill matches with this plane. I've been flying it the past 7 days. It's a good plane. I think I used it this past weekend in a streaming session. Um, it is a good plane. Yes, the guns aren't all that strong. Uh, the hope is that you'll catch a you'll catch a fire, and with Spitfires, I've sniped pilots out of their plane. So pilot snipe pilots. Um, but the fires are the big deal. Um, I was using, I think, universal belts in this plane. Um, I used them because they have a high amount of fire causing bullets. Um, your mileage may vary. I mean, for some folks, they want to use something else. Uh, universal works well for me. You want to climb in this plane. You can energy fight pretty well in this plane. Uh, it's not the best climber, but it's a lot better than what the stat card says. Um, in fact, a lot of times I end up out climbing folks, but I don't know if that's because it actually out climbs the planes, or a lot of times people don't care to climb. So, uh, but it seems like it doesn't have any problems way up high. Um, does not like to take a lot of damage. Um, you can manipulate both radiators and prop pitch in this plane without any ill effects. Um, engine does heat up. So, I mean, even with if you're abusing WEP and you have the radiators wide open, it still tends to kind of get hot. So, that's kind of a warning to kind of back off a WEP. Um, as soon as you back off, temperatures drop. Uh, this is an early Japanese plane, so it does not have self-sealing tanks, fuel tanks. So the thing you want to watch out for is fires. Don't be head-oning. This is a plane that you do not want to head on. A plane that has 50 cows. You do not want to be lingering behind a B-17 or a B-25. Uh, you do not want to. You don't want any 50 cows touching you whatsoever. Um, it's just one of those planes. All, in fact, this whole lineup here, these are all early Japanese planes. You do not, I'm serious, you do not want to be head-oning or getting touched by 50 cows because you will burn. You will not be able to put it out. You don't necessarily have to take, see, hold on a second here. You do not want to take bullets anywhere on the plane. It doesn't have to be the fuel tanks. But you see this? It says self-sealing. They might as well not be because you hardly ever. I can't remember the last time I put a fire out in a Japanese plane. I think it was with the A7. Now, the A7 is later variant, so that should be expected. But with these low tier planes, it says self-sealing. It might as well not be because you will never put out a fire. If you do, uh, you need to you need to participate in a lottery because I'm telling you, you're not going to be putting out a lot of fires in these planes. Um, so between the otsu and the Ko, the otsu is better because it has 450 cals versus 250 cals and two 7.7 millimeter. And there you go.